CRPC Pakistan, Chapter 6, of Processes to Compel Appearance. A. Summons. 68. Form of summons. 1. Every summons issued by a court under this code shall be in writing in duplicate, signed, and sealed by the presiding officer of such court or by such other officer as the High Court may, from time to time, by rule, direct. 2. Summons by whom served. Such summons shall be served by a police officer, or subject to such rules as the provincial government may prescribe in this behalf by an officer of the court issuing it or other public servant, provided that the court may, at the request of the complainant or the accused, allow him to serve the summons on his own witnesses. Break and tree. Omitted by A.O. 1949 sure proviso added by Law Reforms Ordinance. 1972. 69. Summons how served. 1. The summons shall, if practicable, be served personally on the person summoned, by delivering or tendering to him one of the duplicates of the summons. 2. Every person on whom a summon is to be served shall sign a receipt thereof on the back of the other duplicate. 3. Signature of receipt for summons. Service of a summons on an incorporated company or other body corporate may be effected by serving it on the secretary, local manager or other principal officer of the corporation, or by registered post letter addressed to the chief officer of the corporation in Pakistan. To such case the service shall be deemed to have been effected when the letter would arrive in ordinary course of post. Service when person summoned cannot be found. Where the person summoned cannot, by the exercise of due diligence, be found, the summons may be served by leaving one of the duplicates for him with some adult male member of his family, and the person with whom the summons is so left shall, if so required by the serving officer, sign a receipt therefor on the back of the other duplicate. Procedure when service cannot be effected as before provided. If service in the manner mentioned in sections 69 and 70 cannot, by the exercise of due diligence, be effected, the serving officer shall affix one of the duplicates of the summons to some conspicuous part of the house or homestead in which the person summoned ordinarily resides, and thereupon the summons shall be deemed to have been duly served. 72. Service on servant of state or of railway company. 1. Where the person summoned is in the active service of the state or of a railway company, the court issuing the summons shall ordinarily send it in duplicate to the head of the office in which such person is employed, and such head shall thereupon cause the summons to be served in manner provided by section 69, and shall return it to the court under his signature with the endorsement required by that section. 2. Such signature shall be evidence of due service. 73. Service of summons outside local limits. When a court desires that a summons issued by it shall be served at any place outside the local limits of its jurisdiction, it shall ordinarily send such summons in duplicate to a magistrate within the local limits of whose jurisdiction the person summoned resides or is to be there served. 74. Proof of service in such cases and when serving officer not present. 3. When a summons issued by a court is served outside the local limits of its jurisdiction, and in any case where the officer who has served a summons is not present at the hearing of the case, an affidavit purporting to be made before a magistrate that such summons has been served, and a duplicate of the summons purporting to be endorsed, in manner provided by section 69 and section 70, by the person to whom it was delivered or tendered or with whom it was left, shall be admissible in evidence, and the statements made therein shall be deemed to be correct unless and until the contrary is proved. The affidavit mentioned in this section may be attached to the duplicate of the summons and returned to the court.